that too partially to just 5,672 habitations. Now, protected drinking water is supplied to 24,543 habitations to every household every day through pipes and taps. On the whole, there are 57,26,804 household tap connections, 65 intake wells, 109 water treatment plants, 1,49,905 kilometers long pipelines, and 13,901 service crossings were constructed as part of this mega scheme. 87,412 connections were given to the Anganwadis, schools, Raitu Vedikas, and Vaikunda Dhamams. Prior to 2014, there were only 17,769 overhead service reservoirs, and with new construction of 19,233 reservoirs, the number increased to 37,002. For the drinking water schemes, from 2004 to 2014, in 10 years' time in Telangana, only 4,198 crores was spent. From 2014 to 2020, and the Telangana government has spent rupees 32,500 crores in 6.5 years and permanently solved the drinking water problem in the state. By launching and completing the scheme with lot of hard work in just 3 years' time is itself a record. With Mission Bhagiratha scheme, the fluoride problem has been totally eradicated in the state. Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation of the central government in its report declared Telangana state as fluoride free, and this is an outstanding victory that the state has achieved. What the then United AP rulers could not achieve in 60 years, my government has achieved in a short span of time. This announcement that I am making now is a truth that everyone and every household experiences every day. Mission Kakatiya, revival of the ancient tanks. Due to the indifferent attitude of elsewhere rulers, out of 75,000 ancient tanks constructed during the Kakatiya dynasty, as many as 30,000 tanks were vanished. The groundwater level sank to deeper depths. Agriculture sector plunged into a major crisis. Observing this ground level reality and grave situation, my government has embarked on a major program of Mission Kakatiya to revive and rejuvenate the remaining 45,000 tanks, and the entire program was taken up as a yagna and successfully completed. Now the tanks are brimming with water as the storage capacity has increased by leaps and bounds. This resulted in the rise in the groundwater levels. The center has recently released data on the groundwater levels. It analyzed the groundwater levels in 549 wells in the state. The report stated that out of 549 wells, groundwater has increased by 91% in 498 wells. This is due to the Mission Kakatiya and its success. The agriculture, which past rulers have termed as a wasteful profession, has now become a flourishing festivity profession. With the revival of tanks, the fishing activity began on high note. Fishermen are earning good profits now. This gave a lot push to the biodiversity. This is a wonderful live picture which is very much before the eyes of the people to enjoy and feel happy. Irrigation projects. With a great and noble objective of making 1 crore acres of land irrigated in the state, my government has embarked upon constructing major and medium irrigation projects in the state. During the United AP rule, Telangana region was known for its arid lands and often referred to as a backward region. The United AP rulers, known for their discrimination against Telangana, played the role of a mute spectator when huge quantity of water from the rivers flowed into the sea as waste. They never made any effort to divert these waters to the agriculture lands in Telangana. The entire agriculture sector in Telangana was collapsed due to lack of water for irrigation. Several farmers committed suicide. After formation of the state, my government, on a war footing, began constructing irrigation projects to ease and free people from the dire situation. First of all the pending and partially completed projects were taken up and were completed. Kalvakurti, Netampadu, Bhima, Koil Sagar, Devadkula, Midmanair, Yelapalli, Singur, Palamvagu, Kumaran Beam, Mattadi Vagu, Neelavayali, Jaganpur and other projects work were completed on a fast track. My government has planned and taken up the construction to restore past glory of the SRSP project. My government has completed in a record 11 months' time the projects Bhakta Ramadas of Khammam district and Tumila lift irrigation scheme in Jugulamba, Gadwal district. 20 lakh of acres are getting water for irrigation due to the completion of these pending projects. The Palamuru district, known for drought-prone and arid region, is now with full of greenery. Migration has come down and the people are doing cultivation in their native areas. Former rulers have designed the irrigation projects in Telangana region with lot of loopholes intentionally. With clear and purposeful discrimination, they have reduced the capacities of reservoirs. They have built reservoirs with very less capacity. The details are as follows. Tummidihetti Barrage, 1.85 TMC, Medaram, 0.58 TMC, Malakpet Reservoir, 0.35 TMC, Anandagiri, 1.7 TMC, Imambad, 1.5 TMC, Tadakpalli, 1.5 TMC, Pamulaparthi, 1 TMC, Pallapura, Baswapura, 0.8 TMC, Chevala Reservoir, 3 TMC, Tipparam, 1 TMC, totaling 11.43 TMC only. This alone proves the level of discrimination the Telangana region suffered under the united AP rule. After formation of Telangana state and after formation of my government, the projects were redesigned to suit to the needs of the state. Interstate disputes were solved amicably and the project's construction was done on a war footing. Kaleshwaram, Palamuru, Rangareddy, Dindi, Sitaram lift irrigation projects are all on the verge of completion. The storage capacity of reservoirs as a part of the projects of Godavari River in the new state are as follows. Lakshmi Barrage, 16.17 TMC, Saraswati Barrage, 10.87 TMC, Parvati Barrage, 8.83 TMC, New Southern 1.58 TMC, Chammaka Barrage, 6.94 TMC, Sitama Sagar, 37.2 TMC, Ranganayaka Sagar, 3 TMC, Mallana Sagar, 50 TMC, Kondapochama Sagar, 15 TMC, Gandamalla, 9.8 TMC, Narasimha Sagar, Baswapur, 11.4 TMC, Nandi Medaram, 0.78 TMC, Annapurna Barrage, 3.5 TMC, Malakpet Reservoir, 3 TMC, Gaurava Malli, Gandi Malli, 10 TMC, Manchipa, 3.5 TMC, Chanaga Korata, 3.2 TMC, 25 TMC reservoirs in Kamareddy and Ellareddy constituencies. Kukti in Allahabad 5 TMC and in total 227.77 TMC in the reservoir storage capacity. The erstwhile united rulers proposed 11.43 TMC of the total water storage capacity on the reservoirs of Godavari River, while the water storage capacity is 227.77 TMC to the reservoirs being considered by the Telangana government. The storage capacity of reservoirs for the project planned on Krishna River under Palamuru Rangareddy lift irrigation scheme are as detailed. Anjanagiri 6.4 TMC, Veera Anjaneya 6.55 TMC, Venkadadri 16.74 TMC, Gurumatta Raya 19 TMC, Uttandapur 16.3 TMC, Lakshmi Devi Palli 2.80 TMC, Anandaram 9 TMC, Gaddu in Gaddwal district with 15 TMC in total. The reservoir storage capacity is 91.52 TMC. Different reservoir capacity under Dindi lift irrigation project are as detailed below. Singaraju Palli 0.81 TMC, Gogavaram 1.1 TMC, Kottimukkala 1.83 TMC, Chintandapalli 0.91 TMC, Irvin 0.55 TMC, Kishtarampalli 5.68 TMC, Sivannakudam 11.96 TMC. In total, the storage capacity is 22.92 TMC. After 2014, in the entire state, my government has planned reservoirs with total capacity of 342.21 TMC. Agriculture development and farmers' welfare. Telangana region, which was once a permanent address for famine and drought is now transformed and shaped as an excellent agriculture-based state by my government. My government regarded agriculture sector as precious as life and believed that Telangana livelihood is in agriculture. To pull the agriculture sector out of crisis and instill confidence among farmers, my government for the past 7 years has initiated several measures in a phased manner. Irrigation facility has been boosted. Power supply has been improved remarkably. Quality seeds and fertilizer are supplied on time. Subsidies on agriculture, tools to encourage the mechanization and increase micro or irrigation methods is being undertaken. For the first time in the country, the farmers are given rupees 10,000 per acre for 2 crops as investment subsidy for the agriculture under Raitu Bandhu scheme, so that farmers need not worry about their input expenditure. Members of farmers' family are given rupees 5 lakh under Raitu Bima policy if a farmer dies for whatever may be the reason, and no matter even if he owns a small piece of land. This has helped the family members of the deceased farmer to a great extent. Both Raitu Bandhu and Raitu Bima policies, which won acclaim at the United Nations, have become model for the entire country as the most ideal and needed policies, with availability of water and power sufficiently, availability of finance for cultivation, which guarantee that the state government is standing and supporting them. Farmers in Telangana state with lot of confidence are producing bountiful of crops. These statistics stand as a testimony that the Telangana state has achieved tremendous progress. When the state was formed, 1.41 crore acres was under cultivation and the Telangana as per year, whereas now per 2.10 crore acres are under cultivation. Then the yield per year was only 2.05 crore tons, whereas now it is 4.11 crore tons per year, which is double the figure. In 2013 and 2014, paddy was cultivated in Telangana in 34.97 lakh acres. In 2020 to 2021 financial year, paddy is cultivated in 1.04 crore acres. Then the government procured only 24.30 lakh tons paddy, whereas last year it procured 1.11 crore tons of paddy. Last summer, the Food Corporation of India procured 1.15 crore tons of paddy all over the country. Of these, 64 lakh tons, that is about 56%, is procured from Telangana state only. Telangana state had become Annapurna, the rice bowl, which is giving food to the country. This also shows tremendous strides that the state made in the agriculture sector. In cotton crop also, the state has achieved tremendous progress. During 2013-14, it was only 41.83 lakhs of acres the cotton was grown, whereas now 60.54 lakhs of acres it is grown. In the cotton growing area, Telangana stands second in the country. The crop then accounted for only 18.45 lakhs of tons annually, whereas now it accounts for 37.62 lakhs of tons annually. In growing and production, the Telangana state, which was at the bottom rank once, is now ranking in the top states. This again is an evidence of Telangana's all-round development in agriculture front. As the cultivation area and harvest is increasing, the government has increased the marketing and godowns facilities. There were only 150 markets in Telangana then, and they are increased to 192 now. Then godowns with a capacity of 4.17 lakh tons, where there 1.17 lakh tons were there, and now godowns with 24.73 lakh tons came to the use. In the backdrop of massive increase in the area of cultivation and production, the government decided to increase the number of godowns and their capacity to store. The government is administrating and marketing system in such a way that the crops cultivated by farmers are sold in a regular.
నిరంతర న్యూస్ అప్డేట్ కోసం ఛానల్ ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. పక్కనే ఉండే బెల్ సింబల్ ను క్లిక్ చేయడం మర్చిపోకండి. అప్డేట్స్ ని మిస్ అవ్వకండి. థాంక్స్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్. ప్లీజ్ లైక్, కామెంట్, షేర్. Follow on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Instagram. For more updates, please subscribe Great Telangana TV.